Tau has attributed the success in fighting crime in Johannesburg to the installation of CCTV cameras in the Joburg CBD. Well, according to the report released by the city, crime has been reduced by 22% in the 2014-2015 financial year. That report was presented yesterday in Johannesburg. Well, Dr. Chris de Kok is an independent crime analyst and he joins us now from our Pretoria studios. Good afternoon, Doc. Thank you for your time on the SABC News Desk.
Good afternoon.
Doctor, the SAPS this year, in fact a few days ago, committing themselves to a heightened visibility this year. But does that actually lead to a reduction in crime, or do criminals just move off to another area which may be an easier target?
No, you will find that if you have heightened visibility, you may displace the crime to another area. But you have to do it in a planned fashion. So point number one, you first have to monitor how you displace crime. And then when you have that pattern, you have to decide you want to displace it to an area where you can for example, arrest the people. So you just don't displace from one area in a station to another and from one station to another. You do it in a very planned fashion.
Would you say the SAPS right now is effectively employing this kind of strategy when it comes to tackling crime levels in the country currently, Doctor?
I'm a little bit afraid it's not the case. I'm busy analysing stations for a crime atlas that I'm doing together with Africa Scope. And it seems to me that we have this situation, and we have this for quite a while now, that, for example, you have Booysens. For the last 10 years, the station of Booysens, which falls in the Greater Johannesburg area, is the #1 carjacking station. Now, that indicates to me that although they know that, and although they know the reason, they should know by now, after 10 years, what is the reasons why it's the #1 carjacking station, they don't succeed to address the problem. Then you find another station, like for example Yeoville, where for example, and even Sandton, where carjackings have sort of disappeared. Now the question is, why did it disappear there? Was it displaced to another area? And what caused this displacement? And can you use this in Booysens? So you always have to ask these questions as you fight crime. What is the reason for my displacement, and where did I displace it?
Doc, increased surveillance proving to be effective in some areas, but it's an expensive exercise and not installed in all our hotspots. How crucial is the health of the relationship or the level of trust between community members themselves and police to effectively counter crime?
I think that relationship is very important, and it can also be just as effective as surveillance, although I believe surveillance is a very important issue. You know, your CCTV cameras. The main thing is that you should have ground support, and it seems that is what maybe Johannesburg now got right, that it seems I've listened to an interview, for example, with the Metro Police, and they said that what they did is they have the ground support to, if they survey something, immediately the police can then react on that situation, if they see a crime happen somewhere, the police are very nearby, close by.
Thank you, Doctor. That was Dr. Chris de Kok. He's an independent crime analyst joining us from our Hatfield studios in Pretoria.